Along with the telephoto lens, my Minolta camera came with a 50mm f1.4 lens, which I happen to like because it lets me use a really narrow depth of field, even though this is a crop sensor. Unfortunately, when I used this lens on the Minolta camera, all the photos that came out were overexposed, and this video is going to show why that happens. Normally when you're taking a photo, you look through the viewfinder and focus your picture, and this is all done with the aperture all the way open. The only time the aperture closes down to the number you've set is when you actually press the trigger, or in this case when you press the depth of field preview button. Normally this happens very fast because the iris has to be closed all the way down before the shutter even starts to open. This video, taken at 600 frames per second, shows the iris closing down and then opening again for a 1/60th of a second exposure. Now this is the 50mm lens that was overexposing photos. You can see right away that the iris doesn't close and open as quickly as the 35mm lens, and it doesn't even close all the way when I take the picture. Taking a look at 600 frames per second, we can see that the iris doesn't open and close nearly as quickly as the 35mm lens, and there's a little bit of oil on the blades of the iris itself. I did some googling and found out that this is a heavy grease that's used in the focusing mechanism of the lens. It's likely been left in a hot place so that the grease could melt and work its way into the rest of the mechanism of the camera. It's now too slow to be used on an automatic camera, and I have no interest in taking this lens apart and cleaning it. Fortunately, when I mount this on my video camera, it's a full manual lens, and I won't really need to adjust the aperture while I'm filming anyway.